How much super do you need to retire? If you want to stop working one day, it's an important question to ask. There's no magic number for how much you'll need in retirement, it's different for everybody. To help you figure out how much is enough, we'll look at the different types of income you might expect to receive in retirement and what your super could be worth as an annual income. We'll then look at how to build a retirement budget based on your current and future expenses. We'll also look at tax-effective ways to receive your super as an income when you retire, or even while you're still working, and how to save more if you can. Okay, let's get started. When you retire, your income will come from a combination of super savings, personal savings, and other investments you have, and also, depending on your situation, the government age pension. How much comes from each will differ for everybody. Before you can figure out how much you'll need in retirement, you'll need to think about how long retirement could last. Australians are living longer, which is great. In fact, if you're 65 now, there's a good chance you'll live to 95. So your super may need to last for up to 30 years. So how much super will you need? The good news is you'll likely need less money in retirement than you need now, because once you retire, you won't be paying tax on your income or making super contributions. And you might have paid off your mortgage and other debt. You'll even get seniors discounts, which can reduce day-to-day costs such as public transport. That's why, to keep your current lifestyle, most people need around 70% of their current take-home pay in retirement. While the super in your account may seem like a large sum, it's important to start thinking about what your super could be worth as an annual income. To give you some idea, let's look at Tina. Tina is 67, she's an Aware Super member and has $335,000 in super. If you think about that amount needing to last until age 95 as an annual income, it'll be around $18,000 per year. It doesn't seem like much, but don't worry, it's not the end of the story. Because, like 60% of Australians, Tina is also eligible to receive payments from the government age pension. This could mean up to an additional $29,000 per year. Through her retirement, government age pension payments will make up 62% of Tina's retirement income, and her super will make up 38%. Okay, so now that we've thought about retirement income, let's look at how you can budget for retirement. It's important to remember that your biggest living expenses when you're working are usually different once you're retired. When you're working, your three biggest expenses are housing costs, such as rent, mortgage repayments, and home improvements. The second biggest costs are grocery bills. The third is transport, which includes public transport and the costs of running a car. But when you're retired, your groceries are likely to be your biggest expense, followed by leisure activities, such as travel, then housing and transport, and finally, health services. A simple way to budget for retirement is by looking back at what you've spent in the past year. Start with your annual take-home pay. Subtract anything you won't be spending in retirement, such as your mortgage or debt repayments. What's left is what you currently spend on your lifestyle, and what you'll need as retirement income if you want to maintain a similar lifestyle. As mentioned earlier, this is different for everyone, but for most people, it's around 70% of your current income. Okay, so now you've got an idea of how much income you'll need to retire. But did you know you don't have to take all your super out when you retire? In fact, doing so could reduce your overall income you have in retirement. Keeping your money in super and converting it to a steady income when you retire is easy, by simply opening a retirement income account. And because your money stays invested in the market all throughout retirement, it can mean you retire with more. Before you can start receiving income from your super, you need to reach what's known as preservation age, which will be 60 for everyone. This is the age when the government allows you to access your super. You can also access your super if you're 60 or over and change employers, or temporarily stop working. And from 65 onwards, you can start withdrawing your super whether you're working or not. There are two ways to keep your money in super and convert it to a steady income, while you're still working or when you've retired. Once your account is set up, you'll receive payments directly into your nominated bank account. For both options, since your money stays invested, it keeps earning investment returns, which means you could have more income throughout your retirement. And there are tax benefits too. Let's look at the first option. If you've reached your preservation age and you're still working, you can open a transition to retirement account. This can be good if you'd like to work less, but still want to maintain your current pay. A transition to retirement account helps you ease into retirement by paying you an income from your super while you continue to work. So your super keeps growing as you start to wind down. And you could save on tax at the same time. The second option is to convert your super into income by opening a retirement income account with us. You can do this when you retire and meet your preservation age, or once you've reached 65. A retirement income account lets you start withdrawing regular tax-free income from your super. And because you're still invested, your super can keep growing. With this account, you can control how much and how often you receive payments, and you can make changes whenever you need to. So now that we know more about income accounts, let's look at the benefits of staying invested. Because if you keep your money invested, it could mean you have more income to enjoy in retirement. In this example, you can see the difference between withdrawing super and investing your money in a bank account, compared to your leaving your money in super and receiving it as an income. Staying invested in super means you could have over $5,000 more. Over time, this could make a big difference to the amount you have to spend in retirement. Growing your super is important. So now let's look at some of the simple things you can do to give your super a boost so you can end up with even more for your retirement. We'll start with combining or consolidating your super. Super funds charge fees to take care of and help grow your money. And the more super accounts you have, the more you could pay in fees. Your super is your money. So if you want to keep more of it and grow it faster, it might be smart to combine all of your super into one account. Another simple way to grow your super faster is through salary sacrifice, if you can. With salary sacrifice, you simply ask your employer to pay some of your salary straight into super. You'll likely pay less tax on the money paid into super too, so in the long term you could end up with even more. Even small amounts can make a difference. Let's look at an example. Susan is 35, earns $75,000 a year, and plans to retire at 67. She currently has $68,000 in super. If she continues putting the minimum into super, her total super at retirement will be $544,000. However, if Susan puts an extra $10 a week into super with salary sacrifice, she'll retire with $22,000 more. And with $30 extra a week, she'll retire with $610,000. That's an extra $66,000 to enjoy in retirement tax-free. By doing this, Susan will also reduce her taxable income, so she'll pay less tax too. Another option is to add more to your super using the money from your take-home pay. Called after-tax contributions, these extra savings may be eligible for a tax deduction by simply filling out a form with us, called a Notice of Intent to Claim. And if you're on a lower income, you could receive up to 50 cents from the government for every dollar up to $1,000 you put into your super from your after-tax pay. That could mean as much as $500 extra in your super account next year in what's called the government co-contribution. Knowing how much super is enough and how much you'll need to retire can take some time to figure out. Everybody's needs in retirement will be different, but there's one thing we all have in common. The sooner we start planning, the better. To make sure you're on the right track, make an appointment with one of our experts for no extra cost. Visit aware.com.au/book.